Урок 6. Прилагательные. Прилагательные. Adjectives. So when we'll learn some adjectives, we would be able to make a little bit longer sentences now, not only this is and that is. So it's fine. Okay, let's go. First of all, привет, как дела? Как дела? You can answer with one of these answers. So green means хорошо, хорошо, everything is good. Yellow is нормально, нормально, not bad or not good, so. И the red one is плохо, плохо. So one more time. Привет, как дела? Okay, I hope you answered it well. I hope you said хорошо, because I wish all of the best to all of us. Okay, so today we will start the lesson with a little bit of reading. It's not much on comprehension, it is just to practice pronunciation and to prepare our mouth and our tongue for the lesson. So we're going to read a poem, half of a poem of Alexander Blok. Alexander Blok. It's a Russian poet, and he's quite famous. He is one of the classical poets, and when you study at school, we have like a common core, and he is in one of those like programs where you're supposed to learn about him and some of his works. So today we're going to check one of those. So this poem was written in 1912, more than a century ago. Okay, so ready to read? Let's go. So I will read slowly. Repeat after me. Слушай, listen. Повторяй, repeat. Слушай и повторяй. Ночь. Улица, фонарь, аптека. So now a little bit faster. Ночь, улица, фонарь, аптека. Бессмысленный. Бессмысл. Ленный. Бессмысленный. So it's a very long word. That's why we're reading it part by part. Бессмысленный и тусклый свет. Бессмысленный и тусклый свет. I think we can read the first two lines together. Ночь, улица, фонарь, аптека. Бессмысленный и тусклый свет. I know it's a little bit difficult to read all together, but don't worry, it's just a little bit of reading practice. Don't make that sound, please. Okay, next line. 1 second. Okay, mic is on again. Had to tell off my cat. Живи еще хоть четверть века. So let's read this line one more time. Живи еще хоть четверть века. Okay, I think we're ready for the next line. Все будет так. Исхода нет. So let's read this second part together. Живи еще хоть четверть века. Все будет так. Исхода нет. So all of the translation, the nice and beautiful translation, you can read here by yourself in your free time. But now let's read one more time all of these 4 lines together. Ночь, улица, фонарь, аптека. Бессмысленный и тусклый свет. Живи еще хоть четверть века. Все будет так. Исхода нет. A little bit pessimistic poem, but it's also a little bit poetic. Actually, not very much, if you ask me, but it's one of the classical poems, so why not to practice reading with it? So let's do it one more time, a little bit faster. Ночь, улица, фонарь, аптека. Бессмысленный и тусклый свет. Живи еще хоть четверть века. Все будет так. Исхода нет. So you can watch this part of the lesson at home later. Check the video on Twitch and you can repeat it as many times as you need. But it's fine. It's good. So let's move on. Last lesson we learned more about genders and we learned how to say my. So if it's on, anything masculine, we say... Actually, let's go with the opposite. Let's go with the easy one as I taught you. So we always start with the neuter gender, with оно. So if the final letter of the word is ye or o, it is оно, neuter gender. And when we want to say my, we say, what do we say? You can remind me? Моё, моё. Оно моё. So this thing is mine. Оно моё. So if the final letter is а, ё, у, ю, я, or мягкий знак, it is она. Она. So feminine gender. So we say моя. Она моя. Она моя мама. She is my mom. Она моя девушка. She is my girlfriend. And if the final letter of the word is anything else but all of these that we named, it will be masculine gender. Он, он, он мой. Он мой папа. He's my father. Он мой брат. He's my brother. Он мой доктор. He's my doctor. Okay. Today we're going to learn a few more words before we move to adjectives because we need to build up a little bit our vocabulary. Итак, новые слова, new words. So we have буква D, 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 дерево, дерево, дерево. We stress the first ye. Дерево, дерево. So let's try to figure it out. Is it, maybe I'll choose another color. This one, дерево. Is it он, она или оно? Дерево. So we just only need to look at the final letter. It is O, O. And remember, we start with the neutral gender. What do you remember about the neutral gender? The last two letters they are O and Е. So it matches? Yes. So it will be оно. Оно дерево. Оно. Stress on the second O. So please repeat after me. Repeat everything I say slow. Оно дерево. Оно дерево. Perfect. Let's move on. Next. Буква М. М. Машина. 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 So we stress буква И. Машина. Машина. So again, we need to figure out the gender. Look at the final letter. Is it О, ОЕ? Нет. So it is not оно. Oops, let's cross it out. Is it А, Ю, У, Ю, Я, о мягкий знак? Yes. So it is она, она, она машина. In English we say it is a car, but in Russian we can say она машина. Or we can say this is a car. Это машина. Okay. Next one, a new new word. Буква К. 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 Книга. 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 We stress И. Книга. Книга. Again, what gender is it? I will not help you this time. Try to figure out by yourself. Книга. Это он, она или оно? Remember that you can also draw on the slide and you can circle the correct gender. Книга. А. Она. Она. Okay, this is not very clear. Она. Она книга. Она книга. Дальше. Буква И. И. Игра. 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 So here we stress буква А. Ударение падает на букву А. The stress falls on letter A. Ударение падает на букву А. Игра. Игра. Valorant is a type of a game. So, игра, game. Игра. Она. Она игра. Because the final letter is A. So it's very easy. It's not O, it's not Е, it's none of the consonants. So, она. О. Буква О. О. Одеяло. 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 So the stress falls on Я. Our letters O, they are not stressed. That's why we pronounce them as A. We learned it actually last lesson. Одеяло. 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 So, это он, она или оно? I'll give you some time to think by yourself without me helping you. Одеяло. Одеяло. The final letter is O. So оно, оно, neutral gender, оно, одеяло. So I guess now we are ready to look at прилагательные, adjectives. Прилагательные. Okay, so now we'll make it a little bit faster. Прилагательные. 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 So we stress syllable ga. Прилагательные. Adjectives. So in adjectives, we also have 3 different endings of the words, and they determine on the gender of a noun that they describe. For example, on as a person, on like he, and if we want to say he is Russian, on русский, русский. If we look at the woman and we want to say she is Russian, we say она русская, русская. And the final, maybe we're looking at a blanket that was brought from Russia or made in Russia. So we can say оно русское, русская. So let's stress here ру. So this is the stress, русская. Okay. Let me give me a sec. I need to send a link. Copy the link. A student asked me how to join. Okay, where is it? Where did I get the message? Okay, русский, русская, русская. So if we can see the main part, the meaningful part is the same. Rusk. The only things that are different, they are the endings. So и русский, а я, она русская, or оно русское. Okay, hello newcomers. So here is in the link, in the chat, there is a link. You can click on it and you can join me in the lesson, and you would be able to also draw on the slide as I do, and you would be able to do all of the things that I do, because today we are going to write things and play some games. So today we're learning прилагательные, adjectives, and just a short review. We have 3 genders in Russian language: он, она, and оно. And they are not referring to people only. When we talk about people, we can say only он, he, or она, she. But every single word, every single noun has its own gender that is based on the final letter of the noun. And we need all of those endings. We need to know the gender to be able to make the correct endings for nouns, for adjectives, for verbs, and so on. So today we have adjectives. So Russian is русский, русский, она, she, русская, русская, and it, оно, русское. So don't worry, we're going to go through a lot of examples today. And we would also review the genders and everything. Okay, Let's look at the first adjective. Oh, it's not the first, we already had Ruski, Russian. So the first one, the next one is small, small. In English, we have only one word, small. In Russian, not exactly. We have three different. So if we look at the person, and it's a male, we can say on маленький. Маленький. Don't forget to repeat the words after me. Маленький. The stress falls on the first syllable. Маленький. Маленький. Он маленький means he is small. Maybe a small child, a small kid, or a small man. So он маленький. So if we look at a female, we'll say она. It's the same meaning, the same core word. Маленькая. 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 The stress again, the stress is always the same. Маленький, он маленький, она маленькая. Маленькая. Maybe a mom. Она маленькая. Maybe a daughter. Она маленькая. She is small. And the final one is the neuter gender. Оно. As we learned today, or we checked, it could be maybe here. Одеяло. Одеяло. A blanket. So the final letter is O. So оно. Одеяло. Одеяло. So maybe a small blanket. Оно маленькое. Маленькое. Да. Он маленький, она маленькая, оно маленькое. I know, it might look a little bit scary, but the best part that the main part of the word is always the same. And if you're not going to like really study Russian in Russia to become like a Russian teacher, or you're not going to be like proofreading any documents in Russian, it's not a big deal if you make a mistake and you mix up the endings. People will still understand you. That is the best part of Russian. As long as you pronounce, or as long as you say the core part, people will understand you. So even if you say on малink, probably they will still understand you. If you say on маленькая, not a problem. I will definitely get it to you. I will definitely understand what you're saying. And pretty sure it's the same with all other, okay, with majority of people. So it's not a big deal. Let's look at other examples with the adjective small, but not with people. So, что это? What is this? Что это? In English, pie. It is a pie. It is not a human, so we say it. But in Russian language, not exactly. So we just need to know the final letter of the word. So это пирог, пирог, пирог. So let's look at the next picture. Что это? Что это? Это quite a new word, we learned it today. Книга, книга. And the final one. Что это? Одеяло, одеяло. So as we can see, these are not people at all, but we still use different endings. Маленький, маленькая, маленькая. So how to figure out? Let's check one more time. We need to look at the adjective, and it's always the easiest way to start with a neuter gender. So, and you just look at the final letter, the very last letter of the word. In this case, it's this one. If it is O or yeah, it will be, no mistake, no problem, it will be always neuter gender. So only 2 letters, easy to remember. So our last letter, is it O or Ye? Yes, it is O. So it is оно. So we will have to use ending ое. Ое. Маленькое одеяло. Маленькое одеяло. So the next word we are going to look at is книга. Книга. Again, a book. The final letter is A. Is it O or Ye? No. So it is not neuter gender, so we cannot say маленькое книга. No. So we need to think about the next gender. Next gender is feminine gender. So in feminine gender, all of the nouns end with A. Okay, maybe I should change the color into maybe orange. Here. A. Can you tell me other ones? Do you remember those? Your. It looks very similar to ye, but has 2 dots on top. A, your, u, you, ya. So basically almost all of the rest of the vowels, and a very silent letter, мягкий знак, that makes no sound but just makes consonant a little bit softer. So we're checking. So in the word книга, the last letter, is it one of these? Yes, it is. So it is a feminine gender. So we will say маленькая, маленькая, маленькая книга. And let's look at the final word, пирог, пирог. So the final letter is G, 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 G. So again, we look at it and we think, is this letter O or Ye, like here? Нет. So it is not neuter gender. Is it one of these letters? Нет. No. G is not a vowel and it's not мягкий знак. So no. So without knowing the rest of the alphabet, we can just figure out, okay, it is on. So it will be маленький. So let's read the phrases together. Пирог маленький. A pie is small. Пирог маленький. Книга маленькая. A book is small. Книга маленькая. And we have the final one. Одеяло маленькое. A blanket is small. Одеяло маленькое. So the best part of Russian language that you can mix the words and put them in different order. Even if you start reading them with маленький пирог, it's also correct. It's not a problem. Маленькая книга. It's also good. Маленькое одеяло. It is also good. So no problem at all. That is why I really like Russian. Okay, so now let's just name the words and read the phrases. First, next adjective is big or large. Okay, let's read it. Большой. Большой. What is большой? Что большой? On the picture we have пирог. Пирог. Большой пирог. Большой пирог. So we stress here the final syllable большой. Большой пирог. So now I'm pretty sure we can read this word because the main part is the same, and endings consist only of two letters, ая. Большая, 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 большая. Большая what? Большая машина. A car. Машина. Машина. We stress E. Большая машина. Большая машина. And next one. I think we have remembered already this word. It is одеяло. 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 Большое. Большое. Одеяло. 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 So let's read them one more time. Большой пирог. Большая машина. Большое одеяло. Well done. Let's move to the next adjective. That is tasty or delicious. Вкусный. 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 So вкус is actually this first part, вкус. It means a taste. And ный is just like an ending that makes from a noun an adjective. Вкусный. 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 What is delicious? Что вкусный? Вкусный. Ананас. 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 Вкусный ананас. Вкусный ананас. Next one. Вкусная. What is вкусная? Вкусная. Вода. 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 Вкусная вода. Delicious water or tasty water. Вкусная вода. I know some people may not feel the difference in water, but some may. Вкусная вода. And the final one. This is a new word. We haven't learned it, but we can read the adjective. Вкусная. 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 And now I'm going to type it. Пирожное. 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 Вкусное пирожное. So пирожное is, I think it's kind of a almost unique Russian word. I don't think, I'm not sure that there is an analog in English language. It is like it's a dessert, always a dessert, but it's like a cake, but it's a mini cake. So the cake is торт, or in English just a cake, but the small cake, I think, it's usually called a dessert and maybe a slice of cake. But in Russia, it's very popular to make, not like make one big cake and slice it, just to make its own, in its own shape, unique and beautiful. It's like a mini version of a cake. Пирожное, пирожное. So we can call it a dessert, but dessert could be also a jelly, a fruit salad, or a whipped cream with strawberry. That is not exactly the same. Usually пирожное has some cake, like the bread, cake bread, and some cream. So пирожное, пирожное. Like here, the base is the actually cake, and the top three layers, they are different versions of chocolate mousse, and the top again some decoration. So пирожное, пирожное. Oh, I really love пирожные. They are delicious. Okay, let's move next. Next one will be a color, blue, because it's also an adjective. So again, we will check the words. Every word here has the same base. Sin, sin, sin. Синий, синяя, синее. So let's read these adjectives. Синий, синий, синяя, синяя, синее. Oops, ugly stress. Синее, синее. Синий дом. Синий дом. Синяя книга. Синяя книга. Синяя книга. And the final one. Who remembers? Одеяло. Одеяло. Синее одеяло. Синее одеяло. So here, as we can see, the endings are not exactly the same as we've seen in the other adjectives, right? And this is a little bit of disadvantage of Russian language because there is no like a real rule about the endings. Let's say there are some rules, but there are so many exclusions, even like with the simple words like color, like синий, and if we go like for red and blue, there will be синий, красный. There will be already differences in the endings, but you think like, okay, this is a color and this is the color. What's the problem? So, in my opinion, it is much easier just to remember the endings of the adjectives than try to follow the rules, because I checked rules today, I double checked, and there was no rules about the color, so there is no need to use it. Shredder 170 sup, welcome, welcome, hello. So if you want to practice Russian with me, you can click on the link in the chat, and you would also be able to draw on the slides like I do, and later, very soon, we're going to have some games and practice using these words. Today's topic is adjectives. So we have 2 more adjectives, and after we're going to practice what we've learned. Next adjective is beautiful. Beautiful means красивый. And in the dictionary, you would always see like in the Russian dictionary, you would always see adjectives be given in the masculine form. So if you're looking for a word, for an adjective, it will be always красивый or маленький or большой. So masculine form. Okay, again, the base of the word is the same. Красив, красив, красив. Красивый, красивый, красивый. Дедушка. Just using the words that we have already learned before. Красивый дедушка. Красивый дедушка. Next one. Она, she, красивая, красивая. Who remembers how to say a girl or girlfriend? Like a young lady or a girlfriend. Девушка, девушка, девушка. Красивая девушка. A beautiful lady or beautiful girlfriend. Красивая девушка. And the final one. Красивая. Красивое письмо, письмо, письмо. The stress falls on the final syllable. Красивое письмо, красивое письмо. And the final adjective for today is expensive. Expensive. If you check the dictionary, it will say дорогой, 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 дорогой. The stress falls on the final syllable. Дорогой, дорогая, дорогое. Okay, let's look at masculine. Дорогой. Who remembers the word from the last lesson? Дорогой gift. Дорогой подарок. Подарок. Дорогой подарок. Wow, this gift is expensive. Expensive gift. Дорогой подарок. Or подарок дорогой. Any order is fine. Next one. Дорогая. 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 Вилка. Вилка. Дорогая вилка. I'm not sure that forks could be expensive or crazy expensive, but we haven't learned many adjectives in feminine gender, so it will be expensive fork. Дорогая вилка. And the final one. Дорогое. Что это? Дорогое. Молоко. 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 The stress on the final O. Молоко. Дорогое молоко. So these are the adjectives. So now it's time to practice them. So we're going to play a game, and before that, I want you to look on the left side. There is a slide. You can click on this little expansion blue square in the corner. It will just expand for the full screen for you, and you will see all of these adjectives that we learned today. So all of the blue, they are masculine form. All of the red are feminine form. All of the purple, they are neuter gender. And I want you to look at these endings. If we look at the masculine gender, we'll say маленький, большой, вкусный, красивый, дорогой, синий. So we can see that some adjectives in masculine gender, they end with и and и краткое, и. Some end with ой, some end with ый. So there are three types of endings in masculine gender, and even if let's just try to remember for each adjective its own ending. To be honest, with practice, more you practice, less you need to memorize, and this is the only way how to deal with them. And if you think that Russian people don't drill it at school, you are wrong. At school, Russian children, when they go to Russian school in Russia, they still drill all of the endings, all of the rules, and okay, sometimes there are no rules. Sometimes teacher says, okay, you just have to remember. So practice helps. If we look at feminine gender, almost everywhere the ending is a, ya, ya. And sometimes it could be double ya. So again, I don't know if it's helpful or not, but it's kind of almost like a rule that every adjective in feminine gender will have an ending aya. And for the neuter gender, if we can see, almost all of the words have oye. And the final one, the example with the blue color, синее, ее. So again, could be easy, could be not, but Nothing is easy from the first time you try, like driving a car. First time you're nervous, you're scared, you don't know where to look, but after a couple of months driving, you can even listen to music, you can talk on the phone, and no problem. So this is little help for you, so for finishing the exercise. So don't forget to write your name and click start. So let's read the first sentence. Игра, a game. Игра, Gloomhaven. Дорогой, дорогая или дорогое. So remember, we define the adjective by the noun. So we need to look at the final letter of a noun to find out what gender is it. Игра, the final letter is A. Is it O or Ye? No, so it is not ano. So we cannot use C. C is wrong because it goes to neutral gender. So next one, the final letter, is it A, Yo, U, E, U, Ya or мягкий знак? Yes, it is. So it is feminine gender. So in feminine gender, we look at this table on the left and we see the ending should be aya, aya, aya or яя. And we'll check. B. Дорогая, дорогая. Игра Gloomhaven, дорогая. Yeah, the game Gloomhaven is expensive. Она правда дорогая. It's really expensive. Not cheap at all. Это пиво. Пиво. Again, it doesn't matter if we know the noun, if we know this word or not. We just need to look at the final letter. Final letter is O. So if it's O or Ye, it's neutral gender. Is it? Yes, it is. So we need to find tasty. Tasty. Вкусное. Вкусное. Here it is. Это вкусное пиво. Это вкусное пиво. This is delicious beer. This is tasty beer. Это вкусное пиво. Дальше. Это книга. So we can see all of the words have больш, больш, больш. Something with больш. So we can just try to find here what is больш. Больш, больш, больш. Big and large. This book is large. So we need to figure out the book. Is it он, она или оно? We'll look at the final letter. And I'll give you a couple of seconds to think and tell me if it's он, она или оно. Это она, книга, она. So for the feminine gender, we're going to use большая, большая. Это большая книга. Это большая книга. Next one is это небо. Небо. Sky. Небо. The final letter is O. So it's very easy. It should be neutral gender. So we just need to find the answer in the table on the left. Это синее небо. Это синее небо. Don't forget that you can practice by yourself, and I can check. Where are we going? Here. who is participating and who is not. Okay. I can see until you finally submit, but it is fine. Дальше. Мой дом. My house. Мой дом. So when we see a sentence like this, we already have a little help or tip here. So if you look at the word my, мой, it ends with I. It is a consonant. It's not a vowel, not мягкий знак. It's definitely a masculine form. It's definitely masculine gender. So, and if we can see, all of the adjectives with masculine gender, they end with letter I. So without even thinking and looking and checking, we just see, okay, here the last letter is I somewhere in the sentence. So it refers to masculine. So we just choose something with I. Мой дом маленький. Мой дом маленький. This is it. And дом is masculine gender. The final letter is M. It is not none of the vowels. It's not мягкий знак. Next one. Это бекон. Bacon. Это бекон. Это вкусный. Это вкусный бекон. Моя машина. My car. Моя машина. Again, we have the word мой, моя, моё. We can just look at the final letter and find an adjective with the same letter. So, моя дорогая. Моя машина дорогая. My car is expensive. Again, all of the adjectives in feminine gender, they end with ya. The final letter is ya. And all adjectives in neutral gender end with ye. So, quite easy. Это дерево. Какое? Choose a word. Это дерево большое. Большое. Perfect. Мой дом. Again, we have a little helper. Мой. Мой дом большой. Мой дом большой. My house is big or large. Большой. Это пирожное. Пирожное. This is another type of a mini cake. That is also called пирожное. It's like a lava cake. Пирожное. Пирожное. Это вкусное. Вкусное. Вкусное пирожное. Oh, we have a subscriber? Okay, active call. Oh my god, I'm so bad at reading. Active call fitter 666. Congratulations. Welcome to the class, and if you click on a link in the chat, you would be able to play this game too and try to beat me with a time. Okay, это вкусное пирожное. Next one. Это ананас. Again, we look at the final letter of a noun. Here, the noun is ananas. None of the vowels, not мягкий знак, so it has to be masculine. All adjectives in masculine gender end with y, letter y. So, вкусный. Это вкусный ананас. Это вкусный ананас. Это окно. Какое? What type of window is it? Маленькое. Маленькое. So we always check the final letter of the noun. If it's O or ye, it is neutral gender. If it's any other vowel or мягкий знак, it is feminine gender. If it's none of the vowels, not мягкий знак, it is masculine. In this case, окно маленькое. Оно. Это окно маленькое. This window is small. Now, одеяло. Одеяло. Это одеяло. Это одеяло маленькое. Маленькое. This blanket is small. Это одеяло маленькое. Это ваза. Ваза. Again, the noun is ваза. Это, it means this. This is. Это синяя. Синяя ваза. Это синяя ваза. So when you finish, click Game Complete. And you can click on Show Answers. And you will see all of your answers, which were correct, which were incorrect. And you can scroll to see everything. You can go back. You can check the leaderboard and check how fast you did things. And if you want, you can practice again and you can click Start again. And you can use the same name or you can type any other name. You can just click Not Me and type anything else and click Start. And it will be again. You can play. Or like your friend can play so you can see who did better or not. Okay, so now we're going to check another game. And right now I'm moving us into this teacher's pace. So I switch the slides and activities. After the lesson, I will turn all of the slides into the student pace. So you could go by yourself from slide to slide and play the same game as many times as you need. Okay, so now, again, we're going to type the name and start. So now we have sentences and adjectives, and we need to try to match them, thinking by the genders and also by the meaning. Can they match together or not? So for every person who plays, you'll get sentences in the different order. So you can just do it with me to learn how to do it, and after you can do it by yourself. Sentence number 1. Моя девушка, my girlfriend, and we need to choose an adjective. So let's read the adjectives and let's translate them first. Дорогой, дорогой, дорогой. Expensive refers to a man or masculine gender. Красная, красная. Okay, we don't have this word here, but we see that the final two letters are A and Ya, and it refers to a feminine gender. So it should be something about either a woman, either an object that is in feminine gender. Вкусная, вкусная, вкусная. Вкусная is, oopsie, here. Вкусная, tasty, neutral gender. Красивая, красивая. Beautiful, feminine gender. And the last one, Вкусный. Вкусный. But ends with e, so it is tasty. Refers to masculine gender. Вкусный. So we have expensive, word that we don't know, tasty, beautiful, and tasty. Let's look at the first one. Моя девушка. What adjective can we use about our girlfriend? Or about a young lady? But when we don't say, this is my young lady, we say, this is my girlfriend. So, моя девушка. Can we say, моя девушка дорогой? First, we can see that дорогой is adjective, expensive. And logically, my girlfriend is expensive will sound very creepy. Second of all, the most important part, дорогой ends with e. So it's definitely masculine gender, but a girl cannot be a man. So, nope. So, anything with e, we are not looking even. So, дорогой, no. Вкусный, no. These two words, nah, we are not looking. Okay. Next one, we have вкусное. Again, ое refers to a neuter gender. And we said that in Russian language, when we talk about people, there are only two genders. He and she. Он, она. So there is nothing in the between. So this word is also, we can't use it. We have only the word красная or красивая. So let's look at красивая. It ends with ая, refers to feminine gender, sounds good. And красивая means beautiful. So, would you date an ugly person? I don't think so. So, if you're dating someone, you're in love with the person, it means you don't think they are ugly. So, you can say моя девушка красивая. So far it matches, we can keep it. Next one, computer. 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 The final letter is r. It's none of the vowels. So it is masculine gender. So adjectives should have e at the end. So we have вкусный. Can a computer be tasty? Definitely not. Another word is дорогой. Again, we'll look at the translation here. Expensive. Can it be an expensive computer? Pretty much yes. So, компьютер дорогой. Next one. Машина. Машина. So, it is a feminine gender because the last letter is a. So, we need to find an adjective that will refer to feminine gender. Ое we cannot. Вкусное because it refers to neutral gender. Вкусный masculine gender, but красная seems like yes. Next one. What is this? Это пирог. Пирог, a pie. And both we have вкусный, вкусная. Both they are tasty. Tasty and tasty. So we need to look at the final letter of the noun. Пирог, g. The final letter is g. It is none of the vowels. It's not мягкий знак. So it should be masculine gender. Masculine gender has e at the end. Это вкусный пирог. Something with my throat. Это вкусный пирог. And next one. Я купила пирожное. What is купила? We haven't learned it. But it's okay. We always need to look at the words that we know. And sometimes we'll see sentences or phrases when we don't know all of the words, but we still have to work with them. So, we learned today the word пирожное. like a mini cake. Пирожное, it ends with "е", so it is a neuter gender. And пирожное, mini cake, can it be delicious? Вкусное, tasty? Yes, it can. Seems like matching. Dun, 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 dun. So now let's read the let's read the sentences and let's translate them one more time. Моя девушка красивая. My girlfriend is beautiful. Компьютер дорогой. Компьютер дорогой. My computer is expensive. Actually, about the word дорогой or дорогая, дорогое, we can also call our beloved person with this adjective because it's like you're so precious to me. So, or like my darling will be the same in English. So we can just say мой дорогой or моя дорогая, моё дорогое. Okay, next one. Машина красная. Машина красная. The car is red. And if we look at красный, number 3, and красивый, number 1, крас, крас, both have like the beginning of the word крас and крас. Because many years ago, like in the old Russian, the word крас refers to color, like красный, and red was always like not that easy to achieve, to get something in red color. It was always precious, expensive, and that's why the new word developed, like красиво. I mean something related to red color, so it's so beautiful and so nice. Next one, number 4. Это вкусный пирог. Это вкусный пирог. This is a delicious pie, or it is a delicious pie. Yeah. Pusha. I think I'm getting sick. My throat. Я купила вкусное пирожное. Я купила вкусное пирожное. I bought a tasty mini cake. So now, part 2, you can try to look by yourself. I put on my hoodie because something is definitely going on with my throat. Getting sick. Смотри, мальчик, смотри, look. My cat wants to learn too. He's practicing speaking. Смотри, мальчик. So here. Мальчик, it's a boy, so it should be something related to masculine gender. Even without knowing the meanings of the words, we just need to know something should be with letter E. Большой and маленький. Can мальчик be большой, a big boy? Yes, he can. Can a boy be маленький? Маленький мальчик, a small мальчик, small boy. Yes, it is possible. But which should I choose? In Russian language, all of the words in this sentence, they're written with small letter, except for names or places. Like even the language is written with small letter or nationality. But when we begin the sentence, the very first letter is always capital. So we have смотри, exclamation mark, look, exclamation mark. So the first sentence has ended. Now a new sentence begins. So the first letter must be capital. So we choose маленький, маленький мальчик. But logically, большой мальчик would also work. But we also need to follow a little bit of punctuation. That sound was actually so funny. It was from the game. I got so scared. Okay, next one. Это небо. This is a sky. Оно. We already have a helper. Оно. So we definitely know it's оно, the neutral gender. So in neutral gender, the endings are е. Е. So it's either большое, either синее. So both actually fit, right? So let's think logically. Оно большое. The sky is big. Do you ever say the sky is big? Can you measure the sky? How big is it? Not really. It sounds a little bit strange in any language. But next one. Оно синее. It is blue. Can we say like this? The sky is blue? Yes. We've heard it in so many songs and so many stories everywhere. So, makes sense. So let's keep синее. Number 8. Это одеяло. Одеяло. Коша. I'm talking to my cat a little bit. He doesn't like when I'm talking on the phone or streaming too much. He feels needy. Okay, next one is это одеяло. Одеяло. So the final letter of a noun is o. So it should be neutral gender. And neutral gender adjectives, the final letter is е. The only one word with е at the end is this one. Это большое одеяло. Next one. Oh yeah, this is a big blanket. Next one, number 9. Это bank. Why do I say it in English? Это банк. Bank. Bank. This is bank. Bank. The final letter is k, k. So it's not a vowel. It's not мягкий знак. It should be masculine gender. So in the adjective, the final letter should be и. Это большой банк. Это большой банк. And the final one, это, not это, игра. Игра. The final word, дорогая. So we have to check if actually it matches. Maybe we made a mistake somewhere. So игра, it is она, because it ends with a. Because O and E goes to neutral gender and any consonant goes to masculine gender. None of those, so it's она. And in feminine gender adjectives, they end with a, ya, or ya. Makes sense. And also, игра, game, дорогая, expensive. A game is expensive. Can it be like this? Logically, it works. So, submit answers and check. And bingo! All the answers are correct. So I finished this activity in 16 minutes. Okay, pretty slow for a native speaker, right? So again, we can see all of the answers. We can check them. We can read them together. Let's do it. Number 1. Моя девушка красивая. Компьютер дорогой. Машина красная. Это вкусный пирог. Я купила вкусное пирожное. Смотри, маленький мальчик. Это небо. Оно синее. Это большое одеяло. Это большой банк. Игра дорогая. Okay, we can always click back. We can start again, show answers, whatever you want. Okay, so now we'll go to a little bit to the homework part. I'm going to show you how would it work. Yes, today we will have homework to practice. So we will need here. Закончи предложение. To finish the sentences. So we need to fill in the sentences with words. Мой, моя, моё, and существительное, a noun, or он, она, оно, and прилагательное, adjective. So maybe it sounds like too strange, too scary, but no problem. Ine has prepared everything for you. So first of all, we need to say, this is my, and say what is the object is. So first of all, что это? Что это? If you scroll up in this presentation later at home, you will figure out that we actually learned this word. We know how to write it. Машина, машина. And if we go back to this exercise, we can now type it. So you can use the T text to type. If you have Russian keyboard, or if you know where the Russian letters are located, I have 3 languages in this keyboard, so it's a little bit difficult for me, and I don't remember where all of the letters are. Это машина. If you don't know how to type, so you don't have the keyboard, it is fine. You just use the pencil or highlighter and you are drawing the word or writing. Смело. Hey, Bullcrap, you actually missed a lot of... Ты пропустил много занятий. Ай-яй-яй. Hope you're doing well at work. So, И машина. Машина. Прости, только что вернулся домой. I know, you have a new job, so it's fine. That's true, the cat. He really wants to study. He's helping all of you. So first we need to write машина, so it will be существительное, a noun. After that, we need to say whose car is this. So we need to say мой, моя, or моё. So машина. The final letter is A. So it is which gender? Masculine, feminine, or neutral? Feminine. So we use моя. Ма, о, and я. Это моя машина. Женский, конечно. Well, you never know. There are some exceptions. For example, a coffee. Coffee. What are you looking for?
Mirror.
Oh. Oops, it's here. Зеркало. Yeah, coffee. It ends with "е". You might think, oh, it is a neutral gender, but it's an exception. It will be masculine gender. So right now I'm not actually checking. We're not learning all of these exceptions just because why should we overwhelm ourselves? Потому что все женщины хотят машины, because all women want cars. I'm not sure. Я не хочу машину в Швеции, I don't want to have a car in Sweden, потому что дороги сумасшедшие. The roads are crazy. I don't understand how they function here. Okay, so first we said, это моя машина. Now we will need to use it is and use an adjective. So in English it's easy, it's only it, but in Russian, what should it be? It should be он, она или оно. Машина это он, она или оно. We already said моя, so it is она, so we just write here. Oh, it's an ugly O. Oh, no. Она. Она красная, она красивая, она офигенная. Я редко смотрю на зеркало, потому что я сам напугаю. Okay, almost. Я редко смотрюсь, because you're doing it by yourself, so we add the suffix с. Я редко смотрюсь в зеркало, into the mirror. Okay, она, and yes, here any adjective, we can use adjective that we know, adjective that we like Tall Bullcrap wrote in the chat. If for some reason you don't know how, you don't know what, you just go to the previous slide and you can see all of the adjectives with the translation and you choose one you like. Or you can even go higher where we check all of the adjectives in details and choose any of them that you like. Okay, let's go back to our car. Она. So we have not actually learned the word красный, like red, but we learned красивая, большая, дорогая, so маленькая, any that you like. So I'm going to write what? This Audi. Audi is not cheap. I cannot afford to buy Audi, at least the new one. So I will write дорогая, expensive. So we start with the O R O G A Я, дорогая. So that will be прилагательное. Смотрюсь. Я никогда не использовала этот глагол так. Yeah, so now you will use. Я смотрюсь в зеркало. I think there is like no other way to use that verb. Okay, so as the homework, we will need to write 4 different things. Number 1, different version of my. We'll need to write a noun that refers to the picture. So we'll need to use he, she, or it, and any adjective that matches the picture. So let's what here, let's go and check one more. This word we actually learned not today, but in the previous lesson. Это мой кот, он очень толстый и раздражающий. Correct. Absolutely correct. Okay, my cat is not... Мой кот не толстый, но он действительно противный. Противный. So, let's look at this one. Это пакет. Пакет. Это пакет. A bag, a plastic bag. Противный is the same as annoying, раздражающий. So it could, the word противный we can use in basically 2 meanings. Number 1, someone is ugly, like противный. Or number 2, someone is so annoying. Yeah, like nasty, that is correct. But in this case, he annoys me so much. So he is like a devil or demon. So he is nasty because I cannot control him. So он противный. Это пакет. So now we need to choose what type of пакет. Мой, моя, or моё. Пакет T ends with consonant. So мой. Мой. Это мой пакет. And after we have to move into он, она, оно. Пакет. Он. And after we have to choose any adjective that we want. So what adjective can we use about пакет? About a plastic bag? Это мой пакет. Он. And here again we can check. There's another word for пакет, right? It depends on if you live in Moscow or Far East. They use different words if I remember. Let me think about this first. Let's choose the correct adjective for пакет. Пакет could be small, could be large, tasty, not really, beautiful, could be, expensive, especially in Sweden, yes, blue, also yes. So any of these, I cannot use blue because my bag is white. Упаковка is the wrap, so it's not exactly. By the way, Active call Hell Filter 666, where are you from? So I would know where are you from. So I could refer maybe to your country too. Germany. Okay, no, that's a rap that is different. Deutschland. Yeah, wait. I studied German a while ago and now it's so mixed up with Swedish. Я про сумку для покупок, кстати. Yeah, okay. So let's choose, let's say, маленький пакет. Small пакет. Маленький пакет. Oopsie. Here. Он маленький. Here. Маленький. And here, wait a second, I will move into what? My goodness. Today's nothing is actually working. Okay, turn on student pace. So now you are in the student pace. You can move from slide to slide and you can finish the sentences by yourself. And you can also play all of the games we did today to practice doing things. So now let's check. Пакет. Пакет. Кулек. Okay, there's another word. Кулек. Okay, you're back in a minute grabbing food. So кулек. 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 It's kind of пакет, but кулек actually not. You can say that a кулек, that is true, but in the 90s when бабушки, they were selling семечки, they were selling it in кулек. So they will take a newspaper and they will roll it in a cone, and that was called кулек. So we can check кулек. I know that some of my relatives or people who I know, they used кулек Why does it show cooler? That's wrong. Кулек. Yeah, so check the chat. We found, I think it's the word maybe you were talking about. Кулек. Кулек. So, устаревший, it means old-fashioned. Небольшой куль. Мешочек из рогожи, it means made of kind of fabric. Or небольшой пакетик, обычно из бумаги, для хранения сыпучих тел. Вот как я и говорила, семечки продавали в кульках, в кулечках. Actually, I know. Because it says небольшой пакетик. So when you go to supermarket and you buy, maybe not supermarket, when you go to a small shop, because in supermarket everything has already been like pre-packed and but yeah, maybe supermarket, and you take when you're like picking your own rice or beans or sugar, when you take a scoop and you put in the small plastic bag. Okay, супермаркет, сыпучие вещества. Where is it? Ай-яй-яй. Okay, what if we just check supermarket? No. Насыпать. Насыпать. Okay, so basically when you go to a supermarket and you're really getting something with a scoop and you pour it into a small bag. Actually, I'm going to show you what the heck. Wishes. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Wow. Okay, I'm back. So I brought all of the bags that I have. So this one, like it's a small plastic but transparent, and could be not even transparent. It's a very small bag, small packet, and we use it like when we put some maybe rice or sugar or maybe some beans when we buy, or tea, or maybe coffee beans could be placed there, or some candies at the supermarket. We put them in a small bag like this. It's also a plastic bag, but it's small. We call it кулек. Кулек. But we can also say... No. Yeah, we say кулек. Дай мне кулек. Дайте мне тот кулек. Я насыплю в кулек. So next one, we have a... visual demonstration. Trash bag. It's not very big, but if I will really open it up, it will be quite big enough for trash. So this is already пакет, because it is much bigger than кулек, and it's can endure more things. So вчера я ходила в магазин и тоже купила пакет с разными вещами. So it's another пакет. Кот пришел изучать пакеты. We also have paper bags. Это будет тоже пакет. But we have to specify бумажный пакет. Жопен. Move your ass. То есть это тоже пакет, бумажный пакет. Sometimes, if it's like a paper bag, but it could be maybe beautiful, colorful when it's you go like for a birthday or anniversary or any kind of event where you bring a gift in a beautiful bag. It could be called as sumочка, like a tiny bag, sumочка. Перекуски. Перекуски is the wrong word. It's so nice to know that your Russian is not perfect, because sometimes I feel like it's good. Закуски... Нет, это не закуски. Закуски is the correct word. Yes, snacks. Закуски. Ну, посмотрим, что я купила. Номер 1. Что это? Visual class. Что это такое? Угадываем. Перекус. Okay, закуска is... You're drinking something. And like vodka. And it's quite strong flavor. So you feel like, I really need to закусить. Means to kill the flavor. So to get rid of that burning feeling. То есть закусывать, закусить. And перекус is just a fast meal. You're hungry, but you know that soon will be lunch, like a dinner, but you're hungry and you really know that you can't wait for 2 more hours, but your wife or your girlfriend, your mom, your family is cooking, so you'll eat a small, like a sandwich. So it will be перекус. So and it's a small food until the big meal. Toilettenspülstein. Correct. So, так, сейчас я подумаю, как сказать по-русски. I'll have to think how to say it. I don't know how the official name of it, but what I always say, вонючка для туалета. Like a smelly thing for the toilet, but actually it's to clean the toilet. So you kind of snap together, you hang it on the toilet seat, and it cleans up the toilet bowl and freshens up a little bit air when you flush. We can say maybe очиститель туалета. I really don't know how to call it. Раковина для унитаза. Сиденье. Сиденье. So we call it like a seat. Сиденье для унитаза. Oh, did I say раковина? I don't think I said раковина. Сиденье унитаза. A seat. So next thing that I bought. Again, I don't know how to say its name. Как это сказать? Я без понятия. I'm pretty sure it will be called roll, but roll of what? Штука, которая делает вкусные запахи. Not exactly, because it's more like for cleaning the toilet bowl than for making like the fresh air. So because you put it inside the toilet, and when water, like when you flush the toilet, the water becomes blue and just more for cleaning. Okay, this one. A roll. I'm not sure. Скрывает запах какашек тогда? Не скрывает, не скрывает. Не совсем. Но если только чуть-чуть. Чуть-чуть. Так, следующая штука. Ролл от шерсти. Ага, ролик для чистки одежды. Maybe. Nothing. Ролл-машина. Шерсть для валяния. Because I don't really know the official name of this thing. At home we would always say где шерстечистка? Like шерсть, fur, чистка, to clean. Like fur cleaner, or где ролл для ролл шерстечистки. So Okay, let's see. In Sweden, okay, in the in English it is lint roll. So I can translate. Lint roll. Wait, where is this? Translate. Lint. Did I spell it correctly? Yeah, roll. Roll. Lint roll. God, come on. Lint roll. And here, rollon ворса. Okay, this translation is completely off, but basically it's a roll для очистки шерсти. I would say this is maybe the most correct answer would be. Roll для очистки шерсти. Или roll для сбора шерсти. Roll for collecting fur. Have no idea. This one is my pain. Because я как русский человек ни за что, никогда такую вещь не куплю. Но меня заставили. Что это такое? Oh, it's already written there. Okay, maybe if I will cover. Что это такое? So just maybe it's not easy to see. It's like a metal stick. So, что это такое? Леденец? No. Это металл. Железная игла. It's like a metal stick or metal needle with a plastic round thing. Щука. Щука is the name of the fish, pike fish. But maybe you meant щуп. Like to check something, like in the car when you check the oil. I think it is called щуп when you put that stick into the oil and see what's the level of oil. No, this is... tell me if you ever use it like in Germany or UK, but in Sweden everyone uses it. It is a potato needle. So basically when you're boiling potato, you're supposed to poke it with it to see if it's cooked or not. If it's soft or not. I use a fork, so I always use a fork or a knife, but this thing, it seems like every Swedish family, they have it. So I was forced to buy it. It's better. I don't know. I don't want to go through the whole potato. Okay. Next one is quite easy because everything is in English. But I tried kind of to cover. Yeah, Mr. Muscle, but what for? In Russia we also have a brand Mr. Muscle, so we know it. I mean, it's not Russian brand, it's franchised, obviously. No, для чего он? How is it used? What is it used for? Для чего? Obviously, like, we know how to say it in English. Now you can even read it, but the question is how to say it in Russian. Чтобы чистить раковину. Нет. Не раковину. Что-то другое.
Show them the best Swedish.
Oh yeah.
Every Swede will miss this
Thanks.
when they go to the country.
So it's a pipe cleaner. Very good, yes. Still it down the drain. Okay, stick it down the drains. Not really, it's just a liquid to clean like the pipe, the drains. But the question is how to say it in Russian. Как это по-русски сказать? Because in English everyone knows, it's even written here. But по-русски. So obviously it is a liquid, so we have to start with the word liquid. So how do we say liquid? Yeah, my husband is from Sweden, so that's why I'm in Sweden now. Okay, so first liquid is, tell him julsnö.
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 Christmas snow.
Christmas snow. Okay. God, so many languages are mixed. I want to say something in German. No, choose is bye bye. Entschuldigen Sie bitte is I'm sorry. Oh, yellow snow. Yule snow. Gull snow. Yeah, my Swedish is bad.
When you pee in the snow.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Yeah, that's true. Very good. Okay, first, жидкость, liquid. Жидкость, and after we say we need to use the word засор. Засор is basically when your pipes got clogged and the water can't drain. So жидкость. Can we make these two words together in one phrase? Жидкость. Жидкость от засора. Жидкость от засора. So, yeah, засор is a very strange word. Basically, засорять, to make it to litter. Засорять. Засор is a noun. I'm not sure how to say it in English. And this is a liquid from засор. Okay, and the final one for today, the ultimate Swedish thing that none of the Swedes can live without. It's this one. What is it? What is it used for? What to do with it? There's like a little hole here. Pusha, you like eating кульки? Мой кот любит жевать кульки. He likes to chew small bags. Это сырорезка. Сырорезка. So basically to cut cheese, to slice it. Сырорезка. I mean, in Russia we just use a knife. Pus. Okay, already left. We just use a knife, and sometimes it could be difficult to slice, but in Sweden everyone buys big bulks of cheese, like at least 1 kilo, so you have to slice the cheese. Oh, stop pushes! We have 10 minutes before the next lesson. So I actually started having English lessons with one Ukrainian guy, and I'm not happy about it. Because I did not get paid yet. It's first thing. Second of all, he is usually late. He begged me for homework, and I spent so much time actually preparing homework for him, so it will be easy for me to check, like all of this interactive homework. And he hasn't done homework. He hasn't finished it. The thing is, you know, like Ukrainians in Sweden, they do not all of them can get like a bank account, and that's why they cannot pay, so they cannot have instant transfers like in Sweden, Swish. So we had like our first lesson on the weekend, and we just basically, he asked me if he could pay during the weekday, so he could ask his friend to pay, like at work, his work body. And it was also my fault. I did not send the proper information yesterday in time. I sent it quite late in the evening, so probably he couldn't talk to that person, but today he definitely could, and he hasn't sent it yet. So I'm going to get to him soon, and we're going to talk, and we'll see. So my lesson will start like in I know, in 8 minutes. So I know, but on the good terms. I have prepared some lessons, and it means I can just get an official regular class and teach. Already have prepared material, so it's not a problem. So yeah, now I'm going to leave you guys, and I'm going to have a class at 7. And maybe after the class, maybe around, it will be 8 p.m. here. Maybe you will get back and we can talk more and practice Russian. Хочу учить английский, ну конечно. What can I teach you? And also I'm thinking of moving... Wait, by the way, don't forget to join our Telegram group to practice Russian every day, orally or in written form, in any way. And it's absolutely for free, by the way. So join me. Also, I'm thinking of moving the lesson from Tuesday to maybe a weekend. So there will be like more people who would be able to join the lesson, because I just figure out that this time is perfect for me, but not for all of the working people. So we'll think about this maybe from next week, or maybe from the weekend, we'll see. Move it to Saturday or Sunday. But thanks again for staying with me, and thanks for everything, and see you maybe today, maybe other time, but definitely you can hit me up on Telegram, and that will be, yeah. Thank you for the lesson, okay? Happy that you like it. So see you. Bye 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 bye. And wish my cat will not scream again.